Good evening, everyone. Thank you for stopping by, giving me some time, checking me out. Today, I'm just going to get straight to the point. I'm going to be talking about rappers, MCs, in the hip hop world and what they spend their money on. And the reason why I'm going to be talking about this is because I'm a father. I have four sons, and I'm constantly having to combat and the things that they see on TV and the lyrics that they hear on the radio, right? So they have the hip hop music industry has a huge influence on the younger generation. So I feel compelled to talk about this as a father because and it's not because I can care less about what the next man does with his money, but when it starts affecting my children, then I have a then that's when I have a problem with it. So I feel qualified to speak about this. I'm not just someone hating or someone jealous of what the next man got. I can I can care less about that, but I do care about having to explain to my sons things that I see happening within our community that is detrimental, that is this toxic, that it's just crazy, stupid, just so without further ado, I came across this video of Sunny V2, a content creator. He comes with stuff. He comes with I don't necessarily agree with everything how he speaks about it, but this is what the world sees, right? So the world is laughing as a black man in America, right? The world is laughing at us because when we get money, we don't make investments. We buy clown stuff. We buy like kitty weird stuff and we don't make investments and we end up broke. A lot of these rappers end up broke because they spend their money on junk, garbage. So, without any further ado, check this video out with me and let's create a conversation. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. We don't have to agree. I respect everyone's opinion and I appreciate you giving me the time. So, check this out. Let's go.
An iced out Florida license plate, a $500,000 box of crayons, and a literal diamond plated toilet. These are the stupid.
Do you see how that starts off? Yeah, the stupidest. I do agree with that. Look how it's starting off. A box of crayons and a toilet. You're actually spending money on that. There's someone spending money on that right there. So it just starts off stupid. So
Stupidest pieces of jewelry ever bought by rappers, with 21 Savage creating a necklace to honor his own head. The 100 carat piece took 2 months to complete at a cost of $125,000 and was so over the top he retired from buying jewelry after.
that's just depressing. That's just depressing. You spent that much money on a ugly ass head. This is embarrassing. I'm honestly embarrassed for the brothers. Like I'm not here to bash them like personally. I don't know anyone. I don't know any of them personally, but this is what they're displaying to the world, right? So, and this is what my kids and other people's children are looking up to. So this is it. This is the problem that I have with this. It's just ridiculous. It's sad and it's embarrassing.
Woods. Every time I meet someone who's very, very rich, like wealthy, I've never seen them with jewelry on, although Lil Pump apparently ignored the message, as he'd have his own face made out of diamonds less than a year later. At a cost of $360,000, Lil Pump's chain received comments such as, "Imagine the pain knowing the colossal waste of money this was."
Colossal waste of money. And not only that, don't he look like a is it just me or does he look like a baby Takashi 69 who just went who's on his way going broke, right? Doesn't he look like a Takashi 69 knockoff? What's up with the clown show? What's up with the why does it's just like this weird thing going on with these purple green hair My Little Pony like this is like is this what it's coming to? Is this what the hip hop world is coming to? And look what they spending them. It's like I have a problem with this. You know, this is a clown show. They're turning the hip hop culture into a clown show, and the world laughs at us. The world laughs at us, and they make content about how stupid these rappers, I won't say we because I can't speak for everybody, but these rappers, certain rappers, not even all of them, just the ones that the record industry seems to pay attention to, the ones that the record industry seems to promote the most and put them on this is this is the image they want the world to view us as. That's what it seems like to me. So let's go.
Only made worse given others thought it didn't even look like him. I look more like Lil Pump than that chain, and looks like Gollum, although after showing the chain off in a GQ episode, Lil Pump flexed another piece of jewelry which was somehow even stupider. The chain reading Drug Addict was bought for
Drug addict. You're promoting being a drug addict. Is that what I'm hearing? You have a chain looking like a baby Tekashi 6ix9ine, and you got a chain talking about drug addict. This is what, see, like I said, I have 4 sons, and this is what they have to grow up and see, right? So I'm going to talk mess about this, right? Because this is a bad influence for the children. It just is. And people are glorifying this crap. It's being glorified. And don't too many people say nothing about it. So I don't know what's going on with this world, but it doesn't seem to be getting any better.
380 grand, which when combined with his Esketit and Gucci Gang chains, meant Lil Pump spent over $1 million on jewelry items that are no longer relevant. However, this is nothing compared to how much Rick Ross spent to put his face on a necklace, given he'd purchased this atrocity for $1.5 million, or about 5 regional houses. For whatever reason, the chain also featured its own Rolls-Royce logo, although in case this wasn't dumb enough, Rick Ross then ordered a second chain of himself wearing the first chain, so Rick Ross could wear Rick Ross, who was wearing Rick Ross. The necklace might have been inspired by the game's equally funny Jesus piece wearing a Jesus piece, although in terms of Jesus pieces, they get much worse. For example, Lil Boosie's Christ the Redeemer pendant was bigger than—
You know what I'm noticing too? I'm noticing that when you come from nothing, I think that you have to, when you get a little money and you come from nothing, like the majority of these brothers that we see right now, they come from the, the inner city where there's poverty and things of that nature. I feel like you have to wear this junk around your neck and all this weird stuff to make yourself feel like you're more valuable than, what you really are. You have to wear this stuff to show other broke people that you're not broke anymore. Like, because the real rich, wealthy people will wear slippers, shorts, and a t-shirt. You will not, the really wealthy people that really has money, you won't see them dressing like this. You see what I'm saying? It's just us. We get a little money in our hand and we want to go blow it on senseless stuff that you can't, you can't really do anything with. Like the money that they're spending on this jewelry can be invested into a trust fund for their children and their grandchildren and their great grandchildren, or create a business, get some real estate. These dudes are just getting this crap, right? And spending all this money to look, it doesn't even look cool. It doesn't even, like, it's nothing cool about that. It looks silly to me. You know what I mean?
Than an infant, weighing in at 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms, which when combined with his equally crazy Holy Bible chain, not only made him look ridiculous, but likely also gave him back pain. It's therefore no surprise that after Boosie flexed the chains on Instagram, his audience stated, "Bible says don't worship false idols, this guy gets a Holy Bible gold chain, SMH this generation man, and this is whack on so many levels. Please hire a financial advisor today." Boosie claimed to have bought the chains because because God had given him everything, although in terms of God honoring jewelry, Boosie's was only the start. Because at the 2010 BET Awards, Kanye West unexpectedly walked out with the biggest chain ever worn by a musician, honoring the Egyptian god Horus, which hung lower than his waist. The chain accompanied an equally crazy 24-carat 5-finger pyramid ring, with the two items costing a total of $300,000. Complex wrote about the piece in 2016, stating, "This shit is dumb, this chain is stupid, like 2 + 2 = 7, yet Lil Baby apparently thought..."
I actually like that Kanye chain though. I'm gonna be a little slightly hypocritical about that. I wouldn't have spent that much money on it though. I don't approve of how much money he spent on it, but I do like that chain. That chain was hot, but I wouldn't have spent that much money on it.
This equation was normal, as he dropped thousands of dollars on a Rolex and iced out chain for his son's 3rd birthday. This was followed by a further $100,000 worth of jewelry for his 7th birthday, which understandably attracted criticism. Instead of buying his son assets at a young age, he buys him liabilities. Great parenting. What does a 7-year-old need jewelry for? Let the kid grow up and play with toys.
Right.
Rappers raising their kids to go broke. Too much resources at too early of an age spoils the milk, given Lil Baby's son's next chain might have been a $500,000 box of crayons. Sean Kingston bought the piece at the age of 17 and had to have his sister mail it across the country when the necklace needed repairs. However, Sean Kingston's $500,000 chain was stolen from the mail. The authorities were alerted about the missing bling when the ship package arrived at the jeweler shop empty. Kingston's sister reportedly only insured the extravagant parcel for just $500.
Just depressing. That much is so much suffering going on in the world, right? In the black community. These brothers could think about if they put all that money together, that they get these stupid chains and stupid grills and stuff, right? Think if they put that money together and invested in schools and after school programs and youth groups and things that could help out inner city children that struggle with poverty that came from where they came from. Imagine, look how much money they're wasting on just nothing, and they can't. It's like, what's going on here? Why is there nobody thinking like that? Why isn't there a rapper or artist or celebrity or anything really thinking like that? I always wonder that too, because it's like the athletes, the football players, the basketball players, all these black people with money, right? It's like when they get their money, they leave out of the hood. They do a lot of things to distance themselves from who they are and where they came from, and there's no unity. Like, we don't stick together. We just get our money and be like, well, I got mine. You get yours. They don't want to invest back into the community. And we the only people that do that. You don't see other races doing that to each other. We want to get money and be like everybody else. We want to get money and go hide up under other people instead of building up your community, And we spend this money, stupid money, and then people like this content creator. And he's not wrong. What's sad is he's not wrong about the stuff that he's saying. It is stupid. And that's how the world views us. They spend their money on stupid stuff that makes no sense, that you can't do anything with. And then when you go broke and you go bankrupt, you're wondering why. So
Yet this might have been a good thing. The ugliest necklace ever. Whoever took it did the guy a favor, but this isn't the only ugly necklace that wound up getting stolen. After dropping $1 million on a chain reading Ice Age, Mike Jones went to bed and woke up to the piece missing.
I was sleeping in my house one day and I woke up and my homie stole it from me, you feel me?
Really?
Yeah.
And while you could argue that the chain wasn't ugly, his negligence made the story pretty damn stupid. $1 million worth of jewelry around his neck, and he fell asleep without first locking it into a safe. Genius, although there's nothing less genius than Ply's entire jewelry collection. After dropping his 4th studio album called Goon, Ply celebrated its release by ordering a diamond-encrusted Goon snapback, an iced-out Goon license plate, and so many Goon ski masks it's hard to even count them. However, his stupidest piece of jewelry might have been his iced-out clothing iron, or his ridiculously large gold Cuban chain, which weighed in at 15.5 pounds or 7 whole kilos. My IQ just dropped 20 points by watching this video alone. At least Ply's jewelry made for a funny story, as the background behind Lil Jon's—
Do you see how they make fun of you? You see how they make fun of us? That's embarrassing to me. That's very embarrassing to me. Like, you know, I don't know why they don't see it that way. Like, what are you trying to prove with that big, ugly, clunky chain? What are you trying to prove? See, it's deep. It goes deep. It's deeper. I can explain, in one way, these chains and these big chains and a lot of gold and things of that nature is connected to our ancestors, like in Africa, West Africa, gold was a abundance of gold. And when you see the Africans, they have the African kings and queens, they have a lot of gold, big gold. So I know genetically there's a connection there. They don't really understand that though. I don't think they think that deep enough to understand that there's actually an ancestral connection. And I don't think the people making, you know, these videos and these contents really think deep enough to connect that. But if you look at the kings and queens of West Africa, you'll see them with big, nice, chunky gold. But it's not. It has cultural relevance to it. This stuff is just. It has no type of cultural relevance to it. No type of spiritual connection to anything. No type of ancestral connection to anything. It doesn't. It only represents the lack of knowledge or the lack of knowledge when it comes to how to invest your money. It just represents the lack of knowledge as far as investing your how to invest your money properly in a way that you'll that'll last you. That's what it seems like to me.
Awful Crunk Ain't Dead chain was nothing short of depressing. Lil Jon was so confident that the crunk genre of music wouldn't die, he blew $500,000 on the necklace back in 2007, in the process setting a Guinness World Record for the largest diamond pendant in the world. However, just a year after making the expensive claim that crunk wasn't dead, the genre died completely, leaving Lil Jon with a totally irrelevant chain. It's therefore no surprise people have said Lil Jon's 500k Crunk Ain't Dead chain really hasn't aged well, although there's an equally terrible necklace that caused even more damage, T-Pain's big ass chain. After first buying it, he'd write on Twitter, "I told everybody I'm not playing no more. Anybody want to try outdo me, then we're going at it like next door neighbors." Believe that. 10 pounds, 197 carats. Very, very real. I don't know what fake feels like. Unlike almost every other piece so far, T-Pain has since talked extensively about the chain, including the reason he initially bought it.
It was a dare. Some dude on the side of the stage before I went on stage said, "I bet you won't get a chain that says big ass chain."
How much it originally cost him.
How much?
Oh,
Not
400, 400.
400,000?
Yeah.
And how much it's worth now. It's therefore no surprise T-Pain called the piece his biggest financial regret.
The dumbest shit.
Like, I've done some dumb things.
Yeah.
But this one up here.
With the item being so ludicrous, most of the public thought it was
Shout out to T-Pain. At least he keeps it real. At least he's honest. At least he shows some sort of growth and remorse and regret. But these other cats is running around thinking that they just, So yeah, at least T-Pain, I respect that. Shout out to T-Pain. I also found out not too long ago that he actually can sing. Like, people was talking about that he couldn't sing without that voice synthesizer thing, but I heard him sing with just his regular voice, and the brother can sing. You know, shout out to T-Pain. I respect his growth. Let's put it that way.
Was fake.
I always thought it was fake.
I thought it was
Until
fake
you
too.
said
I
that.
ain't
I
gonna
was
lie.
I was like, nobody. You know why I always thought it was fake? Because I was like, nobody would really buy that.
It should have
thing.
been.
I was thinking
I
the same
wanted it
thing.
to
I was
be.
like,
It should have been fake.
In addition to the big ass chain, T-Pain spent a further $400,000 on a range of liquor bottle jewelry, which he then somehow misplaced completely.
so what happened to those bottles? You still have those? You melted those down too?
I don't know where they are.
You don't know none of those?
Oh my
I
god.
lost them.
You lost them?
Yeah.
So $400,000 just gone in the wind.
Yeah.
Which was something that couldn't happen to Lil Wayne's teeth, but this is also what made them so damn stupid. You see, while most rappers go for a removable diamond grill, Lil Wayne spent $150,000 to have diamonds glued onto his actual teeth,
Oh,
These
that's,
don't come out like the
but
other
are they all
grills.
diamonds? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
meaning he needed to brush them after every single meal and could only take them out with a highly invasive surgery. Lil Wayne went to jail roughly 1 year after getting the diamonds, yet was able to delay his sentence by complaining his teeth hurt, with 6ix9ine also showing that jail and bad jewelry often go hand in hand. On the cheaper end, 6ix9ine spent $750,000 on a diamond-covered Bruce the Shark from Finding Nemo, yet there were $2 more $1 million chains which were even dumber purchases. Firstly, there was his spinning rainbow 6ix9ine
Total clown show. Circus. Attack of the Killer Clowns. Total circus. Like ridiculous. Like
pendant, which he proudly covered in water to prove that it was waterproof, although he should have taken the chance to show off his second $1 million chain, which acted as a water pistol and simply said water. However, if we're on the topic of stupid functional jewelry, then Soulja Boy's Lamborghini necklace has to come next. Soulja Boy explained that he'd bought an actual Lamborghini and needed some jewelry to match, so he'd spend $250,000 on a Lamborghini chain, which had moving wheels and its own remote control, meaning he could drive the chain in various parts of his house. Soulja Boy eventually gave the chain to a friend as a birthday present,
wow, that's stupid. Wow.
although he still had other pieces of highly speculative jewelry. For example, he dedicated a different piece to the Transformers movie and spent 500 grand on a mediocre chain reading "The world is yours." Although while Soulja Boy might have owned the Earth, the entire solar system belonged to Takeoff. The monstrous piece featured 4 planets, 2 stars, the sun, and its own NASA rocket ship. The piece was valued by a jewelry expert who appeared on GQ.
That setup right there to get done with all those carats, all that ice, at least $500,000.
Although the other 2 Migos members might have taken things even further. For example, Quavo spent $250,000 to put himself in the Ratatouille movie, which accompanied 2 equally wild Yoda and Crash Bandicoot chains, neither of which were as crazy as Offset's most viral piece, a diamond-encrusted trap house.
It's $250 a quarter. It's heavy too. It's more than a kilo.
The chain was hailed as being, quote, ridiculously detailed, complete with graffiti, an oven, and 2 figurines of Offset, both of them armed, although the trap house wasn't nearly as gangster as Shorty Lowe's crack vial on a necklace, or Method Man's ice pick chain, which he couldn't get past TSA security because they thought it could be used as a weapon. Ghostface's Versace medallion was somehow even more obnoxious, especially when combined with his solid gold eagle bracelet, although for Young Jock's Hustlenomics chain, there are simply no words to explain how bad it is. Rather, we might have to look at the jewelry owned by Lil Duval, whose entire collection is designed to mock these other rappers. For example, he showed up to a birthday bash wearing a plastic fake-ass chain before trolling every other rapper with a diamond-encrusted toilet. He'd then post an image of rapper chains to his Instagram.
That's funny. That's funny right there. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up too much longer. For those of you who stuck around this long, I really appreciate that. I appreciate your time as always. If you found any value in my channel and my content, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Let's make a conversation about this. I would love to know your opinion on what you think about these rappers buying this dumb stuff, these dumb chains and stuff, wasting their money on stuff that really will have no value, in life. You know what I'm saying? Once again, like I said before, thank you for stopping by my channel. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.